Good evening and welcome to Vulcan to the Sky with me, Chris Howes, and my very famous guest, Barry Holland.
Good evening.
Barry, you are a member of the Norwich division of Vulcan to the Sky Club. How many years have you actually been a member of the
I joined the supporters club in 2005, so 5 years now, and soon after that became one of the fundraising team in the east of England.
That was a year before the project for the Vulcan was actually finished and it hit the skies.
It was actually 2 years before.
2 years before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find my research. Although during the summer season you had a successful of 20 displays, that must have brought in a lot of money for the Vulcan over the summer season.
Yes, normally the appearance money is between £12,000 and £14,000. That's the asking price for the aircraft actually appearing at the show. Although there are one or two which we don't ask that amount of money. So yeah, it was a good season, although it got off to a slow start.
Because I remembered that during the Lowestoft Air Show it was unfortunately cancelled due to really bad weather. That included another 5 displays that were cancelled. Did that have a sort of knock-on effect to the amount of money that the Vulcan was able to raise?
Yes, obviously with the appearance money not coming forward, there was one particular bad weekend in the summer where we lost 6 appearances through bad weather over the 3 days of the long weekend, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And so it's estimated that cost us about £50,000, probably more than that actually.
I remember hearing your CEO, Robert Fleming, saying that it'd be nice to have more young engineers and designers in on the project. Do you feel the same about that, or do you feel different?
Being an engineer myself, I can certainly sympathise with his views, and it would be good to have more young engineers and technicians involved. However, that comes along with its own difficulties. The aircraft is quite old; it's 50 years old this year, yeah. And it's old technology, and you need a blend of experience and young people working on the programme.
Over the past few years, when the Vulcan's been trying to raise money, there have been a few times where a mysterious person would donate the amount of money that I needed to keep above the survival line. Is this a regular occurrence, or is this just a once in a while that this actually happens?
What, you mean the actual donation of a regular occurrence, or the fact that we have to go and ask for money as a regular occurrence? The
regular occurrence of someone mysterious putting money into the project.
We've been quite fortunate in that we've had a number of benefactors come forward with what I'll call large sums of money, hundreds of thousands. In terms of the mysterious nature, we've only had one benefactor that has actually asked to remain anonymous. Before that, we had a number of benefactors that put in that amount of money that weren't that secretive, shall we say. Sir Jack Hayward being the main one, who's the owner of Wolverhampton Wanderers Football Club.
You got a lot of famous people helping you out then to support the Vulcan.
We've got a lot of famous supporters, yes. Yeah. Brian Dickinson, the rock musician, who's also a qualified airline pilot. He's one of our biggest fans, shall we say, in the outside world. That
must be a real privilege to have him sort of on your side and helping keep the project moving forward.
Yes, it's very good. Yeah, and we've got people from a wide variety of backgrounds as well supporting the aircraft.
It must be a real privilege to have all that support behind you.
Yeah.
After looking on your website, I realised that there are 15 different ways for people to be able to donate money through the internet, through phone recycling and just donating from their pockets. But you've always sort of stayed below the survival line for a few years. Do you believe that the recession has had a knock-on effect to people donating money towards the Vulcan?
I think the recession must have had a knock-on effect to people donating towards any charity, and I don't think the Vulcan is escaped that effect at all. Money becomes tight everywhere, and I think we've seen that this year in that we had a financial campaign at the start of the year to raise more funds to see us through the season, and unfortunately we had to sort of effectively go cap in hand again at the end of the season to get enough money to see the aircraft project through the winter. I think if the recession hadn't hit quite so bad, we probably would have got away with just the beginning of the season appeal without having to come up with one at the end of the season. and so yeah, there is that sort of negative side of things. The other thing that I think the recession has affected is we haven't got